On a violent, stormy night in Okiaremu village, thunder shakes like an angry spirit, and Kanyan, the jealous second wife, stands at the window with a dangerous smile, her eyes revealing a secret plan. Meanwhile, the gentle first wife, Adiza, sleeps soundly in her room, completely unaware of the impending danger that looms over their household. This storm serves as a harbinger of betrayal, brewing tensions that will unleash jealousy, lies, and spiritual wickedness, threatening to tear Ojonugwa's family apart forever. As Kanyan clutches a small dark talisman, the lightning casts eerie shadows across her face, her wicked smile widening with each rumble of thunder. In stark contrast, Adiza stirs slightly in her sleep, bathed in the soft glow of a flickering candle, completely unaware of the malevolence brewing outside her door. With each flash of lightning illuminating the dark night, Kanyan's expression transforms into one of fierce determination, her grip on the talisman tightening as she prepares to set her plan into motion. Meanwhile, Adiza remains blissfully asleep, her face a picture of innocence and trust, unaware that the storm's fury reflects the chaos threatening to engulf her family. Kanyan exudes beauty and charm, captivating everyone around her, but beneath that confident exterior lies a deep pain. She longs for a child of her own. Each laugh from 6-year-old Mira, Adiza's daughter, feels like a dagger to Kanyan's heart, as laughter fills the air with joy, only to intensify her simmering jealousy. Kanyan watches Ojonugwa's loving gaze directed at Adiza, his concern evident when she coughs, his joyful expressions as she cooks, leaving her feeling invisible and consumed by envy. This bitterness begins to fester within her, planting seeds of a dark plot to disrupt Adiza's peaceful life and claim everything she desires. Kanyan's mind races with thoughts of betrayal as she grips the dagger tightly, plotting ways to intrude upon Adiza's happiness. Meanwhile, in the garden, Adiza and Mira bask in moments of joy and love, unaware of the dark intentions brewing in Kanyan's heart. Ojonugwa is completely engrossed in his daughter's laughter, leaving Kanyan feeling even more isolated. Each tender glance they share fuels Kanyan's resolve to dismantle the life that seems so effortlessly perfect, igniting a fierce desire to take what she believes should have been hers. Adiza sat on a wooden bench in her dimly lit living room, her heart heavy as she clutched her hands together, glancing at Ojonugwa, who appeared distant and cold. Confusion filled her eyes as she struggled to understand why the warmth of their bond had turned to ice, leaving her feeling abandoned and heartbroken. Across the room, Kanyan lingered behind a wall, wearing a satisfied smirk as she observed the emotional turmoil between Adiza and Ojonugwa, her arms crossed in triumph, reveling in the chaos she had carefully orchestrated. Kanyan began her journey into wickedness with small acts that seemed harmless at first. She poured sand into Adiza's gharry, hid her wrappers, ruined her herbs, and spoiled her food. Adiza noticed these strange occurrences but chose peace, holding on to the hope that her cowwife would eventually change her ways. Meanwhile, Kanyan turned her efforts towards planting seeds of doubt in Ojonugwa's mind. She waited for moments when he was fatigued from working on the farm, shedding fake tears and spinning lies about Adiza meeting men at the stream or disrespecting him. Gradually, doubt began to creep into Ojonugwa's heart, leading him to become cold towards Adiza. The once loving bond between them felt strained, leaving Adiza confused and heartbroken as she struggled to understand his withdrawal, while Kanyan smiled secretly in the shadows. One night, Kanyan secretly visits Ayayoga, a feared forest herbalist known for dark charms, her heart burning with bitterness as she steps into the eerie hut surrounded by the suffocating silence of the forest. After their conversation, Kanyan is given a clay pot containing a potent powder, instructing her to sprinkle it at Adiza's door at midnight without looking back. That night, Kanyan carries out the ritual, but Mira unexpectedly wakes up for water, catching her in the act. In a tense moment, Kanyan kneels, grips Mira's chin, and threatens her to remain silent or face death. Kanyan's heart races as she feels the weight of Mira's gaze, her mind racing with thoughts of what could happen if she is discovered. The air is thick with tension as Mira stares, caught between disbelief and terror, her own life now hanging in the balance. In that chilling moment, Kanyan tightens her grip on the clay pot, her voice low and menacing, promising Mira silence in exchange for her life, the forest around them holding its breath. As Kanyan steps back, the shadows seem to close in tighter around them, her mind racing with the implications of her actions. The smell of the forest becomes overwhelming, matching the turmoil within her as she watches Mira's face flicker between terror and defiance. In that moment, Mira steels herself, her heart pounding against her chest, contemplating whether to comply or to expose the dark ritual unfolding before her. Ojonugwa knelt beside Adiza, his heart heavy with worry as he grasped her frail hand, tears brimming in his eyes, desperately pleading for a miracle with the anxious villagers gathered behind him. Meanwhile, Kanyan lingered at the periphery of the village, her figure silhouetted against the faint glow of distant lanterns, an unsettling smile creeping across her face as she savored the chaos unfurling before her. After the midnight ritual, Adiza awoke the next morning, her body trembling uncontrollably, lips devoid of color, revealing the depth of her sudden illness. Ohanugwa's panic filled the air as he called for elders, healers, and prayer warriors, but no one could provide an explanation for this inexplicable ailment. Kanyan observed from the shadows a dark satisfaction blooming within her as whispers of confusion and fear spread amongst the villagers. The tension escalated, with the ancestors watching closely, ensuring that Kanyan's wickedness would not go unpunished. Adiza's suffering intensified, casting a heavy shadow of dread over her household. A healer armed with herbal concoctions leaned over Adiza, her brow deeply furrowed in concentration as she examined the frail woman, while villagers waited anxiously, uncertainty etched on their faces. Kanyan, standing in the shade of a nearby tree, wore a look of triumph, relishing Ojanugwa's distress and absorbing the whispers of fear that permeated the air around her. Mira, Adiza's daughter, awakens, screaming at night, sensing danger. Kanyan rushes to silence her, but the elders hear the cries. The village council gathers, questioning the source of the disaster. Mira, trembling, points at Kanyan and tells the truth about the herbs. The compound falls silent as everyone stares. Ohanugwa steps back, shocked and horrified. Rising tension fills the air as Kanyan struggles to lie, claiming it was only protective herbs. Suspense builds as the elders prepare to confront Kanyan, revealing the depth of her jealousy and wickedness. Kanyan's heart races as the weight of the villagers' scrutiny intensifies, making her feel like a trapped animal. The elders' piercing gazes await her next move, their disappointment palpable. Whispers ripple through the crowd, revealing the mounting suspicion of Kanyan's intentions. As she prepares to defend herself, the tension is almost unbearable, with everyone holding their breath, waiting for the truth to unfold. Kanyan's voice shakes as she utters her defense, desperately spinning tales of innocence, while the crowd's murmur grows louder, filled with doubt. With each word, she feels the grip of fear tightening around her, knowing the truth could shatter her life. The elder steps closer, his gaze unwavering, and with each heartbeat, the villagers lean in further, drawn by the unfolding drama of jealousy and betrayal. The elders demand that Kanyan take them to Ayaoga's hut. Reluctantly, she leads them through the stormy forest, her heart racing as the wind howls around them and the darkness looms heavy overhead. Each flash of lightning reveals the twisted branches reaching down like fingers, while the rain pours relentlessly, soaking the ground beneath their feet. The atmosphere is thick with tension, fear gripping everyone tightly. At last they arrive at the hut, where Kanyan's ritual becomes clear. A clay pot, mysterious powder scattered about, and remnants of something sinister. Overwhelmed, Kanyan breaks down and confesses her jealousy-fueled plan to destroy Adiza and her family. The villagers' gasps rise in unison, shock and anger sweeping through them as the consequences of envy and wickedness are laid bare for all to see. The elders, their faces etched with disappointment, stare at Kanyan as she reveals the depth of her envy. The atmosphere grows heavier, the air thick with unspoken accusations, as the villagers try to comprehend the betrayal from someone they once trusted. The flickering candlelight casts eerie shadows around the hut, emphasizing the gravity of the moment as emotions spiral from disbelief to fury. Ojanugwa steps forward, his voice trembling with a mixture of anger and sorrow as he confronts Kanyan about her actions. Each villager's expression reflects the collective pain of understanding how jealousy can lead to destructive choices, transforming their community forever. Kanyan stands at the village's edge, her emotions swirling as she gazes back at Okaremu, knowing she has lost everything, while the villagers remain silent witnesses to her downfall. In stark contrast, Adiza, feeling the healing strength of her community, sits up with newfound determination, surrounded by supportive villagers who encourage her, embodying hope and resilience in the wake of turmoil. Adiza lies weak and sick from Kanyan's actions, yet she is alive, and the elders gather around her, using their wisdom to heal her and provide comfort amidst the murmurs of the villagers regarding justice. As Mira clings to her mother, the relief in Ohanugwa's eyes is palpable, contrasting sharply with the tense atmosphere surrounding Kanyan, who stands before the council pleading and crying for forgiveness, but the elder's decision is resolute. She is banished from Okearemu. The air is thick with fear, regret, and tension as Kanyan realizes that her jealousy has cost her everything, forcing her to leave a place where she once held power, while Adiza slowly begins her journey to recovery. Weeks pass. Adiza gradually recovers from her illness, regaining strength and composure. She nurtures little Mira, who remains by her side, while Ojanugwa returns to his calm, loving self, feeling regret for ever doubting Adiza. The household slowly begins to return to normal, but an undercurrent of tension lingers as Kanyan's betrayal has left deep scars. Villagers whisper about how envy destroys hearts and homes. Outside the village, Kanyan wanders alone in the forest, reflecting on her mistakes. Her beauty remains untouched, but her heart is heavy with regret and fear. As days go by, Adiza and Mira find joy in simple moments, their laughter echoing through the home. Ojanugwa watches over them with a heart full of love and remorse, grateful for their reconnection. Yet outside the village, Kanyan stands at the edge of the forest, feeling the weight of her choices. She gazes back, longing for the past, but aware that envy has cost her everything. In the heart of the kitchen, Adiza prepares meals with newfound confidence, teaching Mira the joys of cooking, the air filled with the rich aroma of spices. Meanwhile, Kanyan sits alone on a fallen log in the forest, her thoughts tangled with regret as sunlight filters through the trees, illuminating her troubled expression. She grapples with the isolation her choices have brought her, wishing for redemption that feels just out of reach. Kanyan wanders the depths of the forest, feeling the weight of her choices pressing down on her like the impending storm. She recalls each lie that trickled from her lips, every act of sabotage that cut into Adiza's heart, and the green-eyed monster of jealousy that led to such suffering. As thunder reverberates through the trees, she shivers, sensing it is not just nature that she has angered, but the ancestors who watch over them. Despair washes over her, and she drops to her knees, crying out for forgiveness, pleading with the very spirits she once disregarded. In that moment of clarity, Kanyan understands the truth, that wickedness always returns to its owner, and the life she once cherished, filled with a home, a husband, and respect, is now a distant memory lost forever. The tempest rages around Kanyan, every thunderclap echoing her internal struggle, each raindrop piercing her heart like the pain she has inflicted on others. She is enveloped in the chaos of stormy skies and howling winds, yet in that wildness she feels utterly alone, just a pawn in the battle between her choices and the consequences they yield. The ancestors seem to draw nearer with every lightning flash, a chilling reminder that her past cannot be buried amongst the fallen leaves. As she kneels in the mud, Kanyan's cries grow louder, a desperate mantra for redemption. She begs for a chance to make things right, knowing deep down that the road to forgiveness may be as long as the storm itself. Back in Okiaremu, Adiza's family slowly rebuilds their life amidst the echoes of past betrayals, with Ojanugwa repeatedly expressing his remorse for ever doubting her. Mira's laughter returns, weaving joy back into their home as the villagers admire Adiza's remarkable ability to forgive and her unwavering resilience. She embodies quiet strength, rising above the shadows of jealousy, and through love, patience, and faith, peace is restored in their household, illustrating that goodness can prevail even after enduring great harm. As the sun sets over Okiaremu, the villagers come together, sharing heartfelt stories and laughter, admiring Adiza for her incredible strength and resilience. In the village square, Adiza stands embraced by her supportive neighbors, her face radiant with happiness as children play nearby, embodying the spirit of trust and community that flourishes through shared love and collective healing. In the shade of a large tree, Adiza finds solace as she writes in her journal, reflecting on her journey of resilience amidst the beautiful blooms that represent new beginnings. Meanwhile, Ojanugwa and Mira share a heartfelt embrace, their expressions conveying the deep love and understanding that have blossomed between them, illustrating how their bonds have been rekindled through the trials they faced together. Kanyan sits on the ground, clutching her head in despair, overwhelmed by the reality of her actions as tears continue to glisten on her cheeks. The villagers remain indifferent, their faces a blur of scorn and apathy in the background. Adiza stands tall and composed, looking down at Kanyan with a mix of pity and resolution. Her hands are folded calmly in front of her, and the setting sun casts a soft light that highlights her strong presence, demonstrating that true strength lies not only in power but in compassion. One day, Kanyan returns to the village in black clothing, weeping, begging for forgiveness from Adiza and Ojanugwa. The villagers jeer at her, some shout insults, while others simply ignore her presence, amplifying her isolation. The tension thickens as Kanyan falls to her knees, confessing that she destroyed everything out of envy. Adiza pauses, studying Kanyan carefully, and then with calm authority speaks, "I forgive you, not because you deserve it, but because I deserve peace." As Kanyan collapses in tears, the weight of her actions settles in. She realizes that forgiveness does not restore her lost power, only her shame, highlighting the heavy moral implications of envy, betrayal, and forgiveness. As Adiza stands confidently among the villagers, a warm smile brightens her face, symbolizing the respect and admiration they now share for her. Meanwhile, Kanyan walks away from the village with a heavy heart, glancing back one last time, the sun setting behind her, marking the end of one chapter and the beginning of another that she must embark upon to start anew. After forgiving Kanyan, Adiza returns home and peace finally settles over the compound. Mira asks her mother why she forgave someone who tried to hurt them so deeply, and Adiza gently explains that forgiveness frees the heart while hatred binds it. Ojanugwa watches Adiza with admiration, realizing her strength is greater than any charm or beauty, as the village begins to respect Adiza even more, calling her a woman of light. Kanyan leaves the village, slowly understanding she must rebuild her life far from the home she once tried to destroy. Adiza finds joy in sharing stories of hope and resilience with the children gathered around her beneath a large tree, her gentle voice igniting their imaginations. Meanwhile, Kanyan navigates through a dense forest, branches reaching out like hands, her face a blend of determination and sorrow as she steps into the uncertainty of her new life. Time passes and Adiza's home becomes a symbol of peace and healing in Okearemu as neighbors visit her for advice, witnessing how Mira grows confident again and Ojanugwa transforms into a better husband, gentle, attentive, and grateful. The compound fills with laughter, prayers, warm meals, and renewed love, yet scars remain as reminders of how envy can almost destroy a family. Adiza's wisdom shines through as she teaches others that wickedness may rise, but goodness stands stronger when guarded with patience and faith. As time unfolds, Adiza gathers the women of the community beneath a grand mango tree, sharing her stories and lessons learned through hardship while the laughter of children fills the air. In her home, a family gathering blossoms with joy, where friends and loved ones share meals and create memories illustrating the warmth and unity restored after past storms. In the heart of their home, Adiza teaches Mira traditional recipes, their laughter echoing as they strengthen their bond through shared experiences. Meanwhile, Ojanugwa kneels beside their child in the garden, planting flowers together, his expression filled with love and gratitude, nurturing not only the growing blooms but also the blossoming family ties around them. The village elders meet every fortnight, using Kanyan's story as a cautionary tale, warning the young wives about the dangers of jealousy and the poison of gossip. Meanwhile, Kanyan toils alone in a distant settlement, her hands roughened by work, contemplating how she let envy consume her life. Back in her village, Adiza lights a lamp each night, whispering prayers for peace in her home and hope for Kanyan's heart to find repentance, illustrating the stark contrast between a heart healed by love and a heart laid waste by wickedness. The elder's voice resonates through the village as she recounts Kanyan's fall from grace, reminding the women about the fragility of trust and the destructive power of jealousy. In another world, Kanyan reflects deeply amidst the quiet fields, her heart heavy with the realization that she had traded love for bitterness, feeling the weight of her choices as she stares into the horizon. With each passing night, Adiza's prayers grow more fervent, the flickering lamp symbolizing the enduring light of hope, contrasting sharply with Kanyan's solitude where shadows of regret linger like clouds overhead. The end. Adiza's forgiveness restores peace. Ojanugwa learns loyalty. Mira regains joy. Kanyan's jealousy ruins her life. Envy destroys the carrier before the target. Guard your heart, for homes are broken by whispers, not thunder. What would you have done if you were Adiza Khan? A home survived jealousy. Should Kanyan be forgiven completely? What lesson did you learn today? Like, share, follow, and stay with us for more powerful African stories. Adiza's forgiveness has created a ripple effect of healing among her friends, with Mira's laughter resonating as proof of her restored joy. Meanwhile, Ojanugwa stands by Adiza, representing the newfound loyalty that promises to strengthen their relationship. Each story unfolds a lesson: envy may destroy the heart before it strikes its target. Reflect on this. What choices would you make if faced with Adiza's situation? Can jealousy truly fracture a home? Is Kanyan deserving of a second chance? The lessons shared today remind us of the power of forgiveness and the dangers of envy. Like, share, follow, and immerse yourself in more powerful African stories.